Location of incident: the Lower Mills branch of the Boston Public Library, 27 Richmond Street, Dorchester Center, Massachusetts, 02124. Hours of operation: Mondays 12 to 8 p.m., Tuesdays to Thursdays 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Fridays 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Phone number 617-298-7841. A public accessible building.
Do you know what's happened to people within the past 2 years for police being called on them for nonviolence?
I offered you a chance.
Do you know what happened? You want to congratulate me for calling the police on me? I need to put a complaint on y'all.
That's fine.
Okay, you think that's funny?
That is your right.
You think that's funny? You were trying to be funny. That's what you said when you said it. Congratulations. You're my first police call. You're happy about that, huh?
No, I hoped it would never happen.
Well, why did you say it?
Because sometimes you just have to smile through the things that are sad.
So you're going to say something like that?
I'm not going to.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to go take a tour around this building like I wanted to. The police are taking too long. I'll take this up with the city regarding you guys trespassing me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm walking around this building just to take a tour real quick. Yeah, when I'm done with this tour, I'm leaving.
This man is recording, despite us asking him not to. The police are on the way.
I'm just a picture in the frame. Pause. I paint word pictures on the canvas of life.
I'm everywhere in public. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Boston Public Library, Lower Mills Branch, Boston, Massachusetts. Let's see if they respect. We don't talk about Jada, no, no, no. We don't talk about Jada. Today is Thursday, April 7th. The time is 2:06 p.m. Eastern Time. How you doing?
You taking a picture or something?
Yes, I'm recording.
You can't take pictures in the library.
Excuse me?
You cannot take pictures in the library.
No, that's not true. It's a public library.
No, you cannot take pictures in the library.
Ma'am, this is a public library. I'm just taking a
Please don't take my picture.
I'm just taking a tour of the library, that's all.
Yeah, but don't take my picture, please.
Okay.
Corey. You cannot take pictures in the library. I don't want nobody taking my picture.
This is a public library, right?
Public library, but you cannot take pictures in the library.
I can't take pictures in the library?
I can't even see your face. I don't even know who you are.
It's COVID. I have to wear a mask.
Take off your mask and let me see your face. You should be taking pictures in the library.
So the thing is about it is, you know, there are other people in here, you know, private citizens too, and it's not really, they haven't given approval to be recorded.
How you doing today? What's your name, sir?
I'm doing good. My name is Rishay.
How you doing? They call me the Resistance.
They call you what?
The Resistance.
The Resistance. Okay.
Yes, I basically handle police accountability, but also come out here and I record in public places. Listen, I'm not trying to cause a problem. I'm not trying to disturb anyone. Just wanted to come in here, take a public tour of the building as I record. And she's telling me I can't record. Now that's the issue because I'm not bothering anybody. I'm sorry she feels that way, but guess what? She got about 3 or 4 cameras over her right now recording, and she didn't give them her permission. Well, and I'm not, she's not the subject of my camera, nor are you, nor anybody else in this video. I'm sorry, nor anybody else in this library. Just here to get some shots. I'm not bothering anybody.
Right, but the thing
and
is,
I'm not here for no threatening way, no ill will. You work here, sir?
Yeah, I'm the children's librarian.
Cool.
But the thing about it is, it's the policy, the city policy, just out of liability and privacy, for the privacy of all of the patrons, we don't allow anybody to record.
Okay, so this is how you doing? May I have your name, ma'am?
Corey Sullivan.
How you doing? So this is policy, and policy pertains to the employees within the building. Yes. No, this is
policies about how people can conduct themselves.
Let me just give you a little explanation, quick education on policy. Policies is for the employees who work within this building. It doesn't pertain to me.
Behavior of people in the library.
Is it okay if I show you something? Can I show you the DHS policy of recording public buildings, even buildings that's higher up than this, like government facilities? Would you mind if I show you guys this?
So you're talking about the Boston Department of Human Services?
I'm talking about nationwide.
So the city makes its own policies that can apply to city buildings. So something can be a policy on a federal level, but that doesn't mean that it's the exact policy of a city building.
Well, I would say that you're
incorrect. The city of Boston makes its own laws.
I would say that you're incorrect because federal law is the law of the land. That trumps any law, whether it's state or local.
Override the laws of the city. The city
it does. Federal law does override the laws of the city.
You know, there's federal laws about things like what books and freedom of speech. But I'm sure you've heard about how in Texas they have their different laws about what books they're taking out of the schools and those sorts of things. So Texas,
which is kind of unconstitutional as well. But that needs to be fought on a federal level. Right. And once the attention is put on that would be overturned. But
the point I'm trying to make is that the law of a local government is the law of that location. So the city policy is what we abide by within the library, not federal policy.
So me showing you this, which is federal law, saying that I could record all public buildings, whether it's government, state, local, you're telling me that your policy overrides federal law?
Yes, and you'd have to talk with them at Boston City Hall if you wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of it. But
would you like to see it, ma'am? Okay.
For this library, we follow the laws of the city of Boston.
All right, like I said, I didn't come here starting no problems with anybody. I just want to take a tour of the building. I hope you guys mind if I circle around. I understand that you don't want me to be here, but I am willing.
No, we don't want you to be here. We just don't want you to record. You're not allowed to record.
And see, that's going against my constitutional right when you tell me that I can't record in this public building. That goes against my constitutional right because I'm allowed to record, and I'm not bothered. I'm doing a story on the library.
What?
I'm doing a story on the library.
Oh.
Yes. So, like I said, I haven't done anything that's risen to the level of a crime. Right, I'm not bothering anybody. This lady.
I don't consent to be put on the internet or anything. So do not put me on anything public.
Well, that's another thing that you guys need to know. I don't need your consent. No. Listen, I don't need consent to put you guys on my channel, which is the Resistance on YouTube. I don't need you. Only if I'm making profits off of it. No. Only for its commercial use. Listen.
You know there are permits and things.
Is it okay if I just do a tour of the building? I just want to do it.
Not while recording, unfortunately. And that's not something that we can make a decision on. That you would have to talk to them at City Hall about that. That's not in our power to change.
Well, I'm confident enough to know that I'm within my rights. I just want to ask you if I remain here, what would you guys do?
We'll have to ask you to stop recording. If you don't want to stop recording, we'll have to ask you to leave.
Okay, but I have a right to be here. I'm part of the public, and this is a public building.
Not a right to record.
Okay, so if I continue to stay here recording after you ask me to leave, and let's just make that official now. What will happen after that?
Recording. You don't want to be recorded.
What would happen after that? I'm just asking. I'm keeping it cordial with you all the way.
We would try to convince you to go of your own accord. If you didn't want to go, if you refused to go, we would have to probably make a trespass about that. And
who would trespass me?
So there's a system within the library where patrons don't follow policy. They create a document called a trespass order, and then that patron is not to be allowed in the library for a set period of time.
So you're telling me if I give you my documentation of who I am and you make note of that and trespass me, that I'm not allowed to come back until it says on the paper?
That is correct.
And will I be able to record after that?
No. The policy will not change. The policy remains that there's no recording in the library.
Okay, and if I'm unwilling to give you my information and I remain here and record, I'm really not trying to cause any problems here. I just want to do a tour of the building. And you're telling me that I can't record because your policy doesn't allow recording, which is a policy. Policy and law are two different things. I'm not trying to cause no trouble. I'm really not.
I understand you're not trying to, but this is causing trouble.
Because I'm exercising my rights, sir?
Well, unfortunately, this isn't part of your rights. Recording in the library is
well,
not
I
a
am
right
exercising my rights now. I gave you guys.
in the city of Boston, it's not.
You seem like a cool guy. I don't want to give you any. How you doing?
She's told you she doesn't want
I know, but she was right behind me. She was right behind.
behind.
She just walked up behind me. If she doesn't want to record it, why is she standing here?
She's the branch manager. This is a situation she needs to handle. It's
right, and
part of our responsibility.
I don't know. I don't. I think you guys need to take the proper protocols on what you think you need to take from this point. But listen. I'm not going to step on your toes. You're telling me with this camera in my hand, I can't walk down here?
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stand right here.
This paper also.
Yeah, I know. Is there a state statute that backs this? Is there a state statute that backs this, ma'am?
I am not aware of one.
Excuse me?
That is our policy for this building.
Yeah, this is
we go by our own policy.
There's no state statute on this piece of paper that's telling me that I'm breaking the law with this camera.
All those are things you'd have to take up with them at City Hall. We're not the lawyers. We don't write the policy, but it is our job to enforce the policy. And the policy is no filming and photography in the library.
Okay. So, yeah, I can't go by this, sir. There's not even a state statute on here. You know, there's no law on here that backs this right here. Anybody could print this up.
This is backed by the city of Boston.
Who's the director of all libraries? Maybe you guys think you could get on the phone with them and ask them.
On the phone, they're pretty busy people, but you could maybe take an email address, email them, and talk to them and see if you can arrange something for another time.
No, I mean, I'm speaking more so for you guys, so you could get it straight. I'm pretty sure if you go up a few levels and make a phone call, they'll tell you that I'm within my rights.
No, it's pretty clear that.
Well, maybe you should try because I'm challenging, and we're being cordial. We're speaking to each other in a very cordial way. So I'm saying, you know.
It's the city. We're not in charge of our policies.
Well, actually, I am challenging the city. I'm in one of the city's public libraries.
We're not the right people to talk to.
And I'm not here. I'm only here to challenge you right now because you told me I can't have this camera in my hand. I could have been out of here. I could have been out of here. But I feel as though this isn't right with you guys, you know, impeding my travel. Just take a simple tour of the library. So I'm just saying, maybe you should make a call real quick and speak with, you know, some superiors over you guys and let them know what's going on. I'm not here causing any trouble. I'm just recording. And I'm pretty sure they're going to give it to you straight.
This paper, this is representing what the superiors have decided. That is from the superiors. So that's what they would tell us. That's what they've already told us.
Yeah, this is in accordance with law.
This is what.
Understand, ma'am. Understand that this is a public library. This is a public library. Members of the public can come in here. You can't. You guys work for the public. As soon as you signed the paper to come on board for the city, you guys made yourself public. Now that's between you guys to not record in this building. That's pertaining to you. No, not to a person on the public. You can't trespass my eyes.
The thing is,
and there's no expectation
from a recording.
Well, how you figure?
A video recording can be used against somebody. A video recording starts to violate the privacy.
I'm not here for that. I'm not here to use this.
You may not be here for that, but we have no way of proving that. You know?
You guys are trying to determine what I'm doing. I told you, hey,
we're
I'm
not
looking
trying to determine what you're doing.
Yeah, you said you couldn't prove it, so you have to be trying to determine something because you can't prove that I'm not here. And I told you guys that I'm not here for any ill will.
We're not trying to prove it. Because we can't determine it. Because we can't determine it, we're not even going to try to prove it. That's why the policy is a blanket policy. All people are not allowed to record. So we don't go into trying to determine why they record. We just say nobody can record.
That's violating everyone's constitutional rights.
It's not a violation
when you talk
of the Constitution. I'm sorry. I know it's a disagreement of this kind of legal stuff, but people have a right to privacy.
Yeah, they work in public, though. There's no expectation of privacy in public.
There's still privacy.
No, not in public. So can you direct me to the aisle where you have the Constitution?
Not right now, not with this camera.
You won't direct me to the aisle?
Not with this camera. If you put the camera away, we can go look at the Constitution if you like. Privacy is a particular issue for libraries because I'm sure you can agree with this.
I'm just going to take a, you can walk with me. I'm just going to take just a little tour here in the front area. I'm not even going to go past your desk. I'm just going to stay right here.
You shouldn't be in the library at all.
I shouldn't be in the library at all?
No, recording shouldn't be happening in the library.
You know what? You've been more than patient with me, and we're not getting anywhere with this. I think you should probably, go a step higher. I'm going to remain right here. I'm just going to record and not bother anybody. But just to keep it respectful, so we won't bump heads, maybe you should just assume the next level and move forward.
You can't have recording in the library.
I know, that's what I'm telling you. I'm just going to stand right here.
This is still in the library.
What I'm telling you is to assume the next protocol or whatever that you have to do.
I can give you the card for the...
No, I'm confident that what I'm doing is within my rights. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But I'm telling you, the thing is you need to make sure. I understand that you feel confident about it, but that's not necessarily correct. We can feel confident about things, but...
I'm correct within the law, sir.
I'm afraid we disagree on that, and the policy in your hand also disagrees on that.
No, this is your
need
policy.
To discuss that with someone with the library, and I can give you the contact information.
No, well, if you can give me a contact information, if it's easy for you to do that, how about you talk to them yourself and confirm that what I'm doing is against the law?
You're the one who needs
Please?
to talk to them. We've talked to them already. We know what they're going to say.
Sir, I just want to simply take a tour of the building, please.
That's not allowed with recording.
Okay. And if I remain here recording, what will happen?
We'll ask you to go. If you don't want to go, then we would have to ask
She's recording.
Some authorities.
She's recording.
Away.
She was just recording. She was just recording me just now. How can she tell me not to record but pull her camera out and record me? No. Well, I got it right here. I got it right here.
We don't know what she was doing on her phone. We couldn't see the screen of the phone to say that she had the camera.
She pointed the phone right at me.
That doesn't necessarily mean someone's recording.
Okay, so let's just assume that I'm not recording. I'm going to hit stop right now.
If you hit stop and put the phone away, then
no, I don't have to put my phone away. I just told you.
You don't have to put it away. But if you hit stop and you're not recording and you continue to not be recording.
I'm going to continue recording. I'm going to stand right here. Have you asked me to leave already?
Well, not quite yet.
Are you asking me to leave now?
Stop recording?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Then in that case, then I will have to ask if you would please. If you want to continue recording, you'd have to do it outside, out front. Not within the building.
Yeah, I can't agree with those terms neither, sir. That's a contract that you're trying to get me to agree with. and it's not lawful within constitutional laws. Well, could you lead me to the aisle where the Constitution is so we could go over it? I mean, this is a good educational piece that we both, can go over and you can get some education on.
I cannot do that while you're
She's
recording.
calling the police on me.
Please stop recording. That is the only recourse we have left.
Listen. You still. Let me just tell you, you're still being cordial with me, bro. I have no problems with you. But if you have to take higher steps,
the higher step is to call the police, unfortunately, and I really don't want to do that.
I think you called the police on me already, right, ma'am? I think could you confirm with her to see if she called the police, because we need to know that.
I mean, we'll find out if she did.
Could you ask her for me, please?
If you don't go, I will have to myself.
Yeah, I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to continue recording. No disrespect to you, but I know I'm within my rights to do this.
Well,
so I'm going to stay right here.
Unfortunately, the police will be coming then.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, we couldn't resolve.
I hope that. I'm sorry as well, because you guys need to be educated. Excuse me 1 second, I have to take this call. Hey, Miss, I'm here in the library right now recording. I'm recording right now as we speak. No. What branch is this? The Lower Mills branch? Here at the Lower Mills branch. So I'm going to hit you back as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm good. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to give you a call back. All right. They called the police on me. I'm in the middle of something. All right.
So, yeah, I don't want this to become a problem for you, because what I'm telling you is when the police come, they are going to ask you to leave. Mm-hmm. And if you refuse to leave when the police ask you, I don't know what the police are going to do.
Okay. Well, they may, and they may not.
They will.
Depending on what police officers show and how educated they are, they may ask me to leave, but then again, they may not. Just make sure you keep the story straight when you talk to the police. I haven't been here threatening anybody. I haven't been, causing any trouble. It's that you guys seen a camera in my hand and said that I couldn't record. And you stopped me pretty much right here at the front desk. So I just want you to clarify with them that I haven't been aggressive. You know what they do when they call police, when police are called on black men. The call is escalated higher than the normal person. Did you know that? I'm sorry, not a normal person. That was the wrong words to use.
Oh, yeah.
Then
a non-black person.
A non-black person.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to avoid it. I really like to still avoid it.
No, listen.
What's that? Yeah, I know this, but whatever. Have a good day.
All right, thanks, y'all.
How you guys doing? Y'all guys have a good day as well. If you feel as though I'm not supposed to be in the building, then I suggest you do what you have to do. If you do call the police, I will be remaining in this area. And I'll just wait for them. And hopefully they'll be able to educate all of you guys that what I'm doing is within my legal rights.
All right, we'll see what they decide to say.
And hopefully we get the right group that don't slam me to the ground. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's really worth that risk.
Well, I'm exercising my rights. It's not worth the risk. Doing something that's not harming anybody, just coming in the library, wanting to take a tour. I could have been maybe a mile from here right now if I was just able to circle the library real quick and take a tour. And
it could be potentially harmful to somebody in terms of privacy. Maybe somebody's at the library who they don't want people to know they're at this library.
You do know feelings don't trump rights, right?
It's not about feelings.
Yes, you said. You just said it. You just said
privacy.
Nope.
Maybe somebody's at the library who doesn't want other people to know.
You do know there's no expectation of privacy in public, right?
Privacy is a legal right. We have the right to privacy.
Yes, within the privacy of your home or any other dwelling, or like a private club, your home, private golf course. You know what I'm saying? That's where your privacy.
In terms of public places, because people come to the library to access and use information, and that
Because they come to access information doesn't make it private.
That's part of why their privacy at the library is a particular concern.
Have I invaded anybody's privacy?
Have you heard about the Patriot Act?
I've heard about the Patriot Act.
Did you know about how the Patriot Act was also used
Explain to me. Explain to me.
They were also using the Patriot Act to invade, or they wanted to invade people's privacy at libraries and find out what people were doing at libraries.
That was without them knowing. You guys know what I'm doing. I just told you I'm doing a story on the building. That diverted into you guys violating my constitutional rights.
No, they wanted to find out what patrons were doing at the library.
Right.
People who
not only at the library, but on their private PCs as well, on all devices. And they was doing it without the permission. That's what made that illegal.
And this is without the permission of the people in the library.
Privacy within the business that they were conducting on their device. They had no idea that the government was spying on them. Okay, I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm out in public, publicly recording. There's no expectation of privacy in public. In front of this building it says public library. You can't trespass my eyes.
Within the library, that's still privacy because of what we were just talking about. It wasn't just what they're doing on the computer, it's also what they're looking at, what books they're looking at, and trying to use that information to decide whether or not somebody might be a terrorist.
But that was illegal, though.
Was illegal, and in the same way, recording what anybody is doing inside the library is seen as the same thing and the same type of invasion of privacy.
No.
That's the justification behind it, and I think you can agree with that people's privacy, what they're doing in the library, shouldn't be posted up on the internet for everybody to see. If somebody's
that's not what I'm. First of all, that's not what I'm doing.
That's not what you're trying to do.
That's not what I'm doing.
That would be a side effect. Because if somebody happens to be in the video and then the video goes online, even though you didn't mean to show that particular person, that person will still be shown on the video. Okay. Even though they didn't want to be, and that has now violated their privacy. And that's why we don't allow recording.
Yeah, that's your policy. It doesn't pertain to the public.
An intentional invasion of their privacy.
Right. I think right now we need to figure out if the police are on their way.
And they are on their way.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to remain here, right here at the front. Can I use your bathroom?
I can't stop you from using it.
Okay.
Please don't record it. There's no need to antagonize anybody.
I'm not antagonizing anybody. I'm recording in public. This has become the story now. You guys are infringing on my constitutional rights. I got every right to do
even
this.
If you feel you have the right to record, which we've established we disagree about, that still doesn't mean you should record somebody when they ask you not to. That's still just, out of respect for their wishes. Now, I thought you said you were going to stay up front.
Well, I just decided to move up a little bit, bro. I'm not causing any trouble. Nothing I've done has risen to the level of a crime. Nothing. Like, this is where I feel as though, I know that this is wasted resources right now. This doesn't need to be.
Is this part of what we need to do to ensure the privacy
What privacy of who?
Employees and patrons.
Of who? Look, you see that computer right there? I could take a shot of that computer right there. You know why? Because you guys aren't making it private. I'm not committing a crime by doing that. Well, as I can take a picture of you and anybody else that works here.
That's not exactly how the policy.
Yeah, I called earlier about book donations.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the police are on their way. They did call the police on me. So I'm gonna have to wait here now to create that objective record with my interaction with Boston PD.
You've actually been trespassed from the library. I'm afraid I need to ask you to leave.
Did you guys call the police?
No, we haven't yet, but we can. That's the next step.
You haven't? No, I don't want that.
It's yours. You can take it.
No, it's not mine. I'm not breaking any laws. Let me see that law they got.
This is you.
Okay. I didn't say it wasn't me, but it's not mine. Let me see that law that's on that
You can actually
on
take
the
this
top
with
right
you.
there. I don't need to. I'm recording it.
Okay. Well then, you can record it outside. Come on. I don't consent to be filmed. And I can tell you about the policy.
Maybe you want to talk over here because I don't want to get any children in the frame. So maybe if you want to talk over here, we can.
No, I will talk to you outside.
Yeah, I haven't broken any laws.
You have.
What are you
You've been
trespassing?
trespassed from the
Why are you
library.
trespassing me?
It's explained in the letter.
What crime did I commit?
I will be giving it to you outside.
Well, I suggest that you call the policeman.
I will be giving you this letter outside.
I suggest you. I don't want the letter.
All right, then I can't tell you what laws you violated unless you're the
No, you can verbally tell me what law I'm violating.
It's in the letter.
I know. Tell me. I don't need the letter.
Outside, sir. I don't consent to be filmed.
Well, ma'am, you just trespassed me, so I have to create an objective record. You say you're attempting to trespass me.
The record is here.
I know. I'm creating this objective record until the police come.
Come on.
I'm waiting for the police to come.
We haven't called them yet. We don't want to call them. That would be unnecessary.
Exactly. That's because I'm within my
You are
rights.
not allowed.
Because I'm within my rights to record.
You are not allowed to film in the library.
Okay, well, I think you should take the proper steps if you're telling me that I'm not allowed in this building. I can't take a simple request.
Proper steps are documented in this letter.
Let me see.
It's out here.
Give it to me, please.
No, sir. I will give it to you outside.
I'm not here for any ill will. I'm not threatening anybody. You're telling me to leave because of what?
You've made people uncomfortable.
How have I made people uncomfortable?
This is destructive.
Excuse me?
This is disrupting.
How
the
is this destructive?
It is making the children uncomfortable, sir.
Really?
Yes.
There are children that's complaining about this situation?
I'm not going to argue with you.
No, I'm asking you, are there children complaining about this situation?
I'm not going to argue with you. You've been trespassed from the library. If you would like to talk to someone about it, that person's information is on this letter.
Yeah, I'm going to remain right here. I'm not bothering anybody. And I'm totally within the laws.
I'm afraid you're not.
Okay. Well, I'm not accepting that.
Whether or not you accept it, it is the library policy.
Policy is not law. Policy is not law. Policy pertains to the employees
Talk to someone about it.
of the library. And no, I don't have to talk to anybody. I suggest you talk to somebody about it. Please.
We can stand here as long as you like.
Okay.
Or if you would like to learn more about the process.
Stay up here, man.
Yeah, I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going to go no further than this right here.
Sir, the library staff cannot consent to be filmed. As long as you're here, we cannot do our job.
How? I'm not bothering anybody.
They don't want to be filmed. They can't be on camera.
They're public workers. They don't get the option of not wanting to be recorded. They're being recorded now in here with
We
cameras.
have the right to not be recorded.
Well, why don't you shut the cameras down in the building? If you have such a problem about being recorded, why don't you shut the cameras down that's here in the building? Why are you worried about my camera?
That is beside the point.
No, it's not beside the point. It's actually the point.
Come on.
No, I'm not going that way. I'm not your dog. I'm not going that way. No.
If you would like the letter with the information about
I'll record it. Let me get a shot of it.
No, it's out here.
That's not true. I'm not bothering anybody.
I'm afraid you will bother people.
And what is your name, ma'am? What is your name? Your name.
My name is Elise. I'm the librarian here.
Okay.
I
Nice
don't
to.
consent to be filmed, though. I do not want to be on camera.
Well, you've engaged me. You didn't have to engage me if you didn't want to be filmed. If you didn't want to be recorded.
This is my responsibility.
Of what's your response? Explain to me. What's the responsibility?
It's beside the point.
Can I see the trespass, please?
I'll give it to you outside.
Why you have to give it to me outside? Let me see if this is a legal trespass. I should be allowed to read it. You give it to me for a reason. It's not to give it to me for me to read it outside. I have the right to read it.
All right, fine, but
As a result of your inappropriate behavior. What was the inappropriate behavior?
Recording in the library.
Okay. At the Roxbury branch of the Boston Public Library on March 28th, it is necessary for the library to suspend your privileges as a customer of the Boston Public Library and to issue this trespass notice pursuant to Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 266, Section 120. Your behavior was in violation of the Boston Public Library Appropriate Use Policy and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts COVID-19 Order Number 55. The following policies were broken: engaging in activity in violation of library policy, filming staff without permission, threatening other patrons, volunteers, or library staff, verbally, physically, or in writing, including all forms of electronic media, verbally or physically harassing other patrons, volunteers, or staff, failing to comply with a reasonable staff request to cease behavior that interferes with the effective functioning of the library and the use of the library by others, including being asked to leave the library. Your actions disturb the environment of the Boston Public Library. Your behavior interfered with library activities and the well-being of surrounding patrons. This cannot be tolerated and is contrary to the mission of Boston Public Libraries. This trespass notice prohibits you under any penalty of law from entering or using any location of the Boston Public Library until May 23rd, 2022. Failure to comply with this notice shall subject you to immediate arrest and prosecution for violation of this trespass. This action is taken on behalf of and in the interest of our patrons and staff. This letter serves formally to notify you of the trespass notice. This suspension is effective immediately. You may appeal your suspension in writing to the President's Office, 700 Boylston Street, Boston, MA 02116. Sincerely, Diana Pruser, Assistant Manager, Branch Library. He said that the police are on their way, so I have to remain now.
no.
They're coming, right? Yeah, he said they're coming. So I have to remain here. You call the police on me, I have to remain here.
You don't have to remain.
No, I do. Because I do. I want to meet them. No, I want to meet them.
All right, well, we'll just wait.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I just said there's still time to leave now if you don't want to wait for the police.
Okay. So this law right here that you guys have on here, it says a maximum fine of $100 or imprisonment in the House of Correction for not more than 30 days, or by both such fine and imprisonment. A person who is found while committing a trespass may be arrested and kept in custody for no more than 24 hours. So why am I trespassed? Because I'm recording has on his paperwork because I'm recording in a public building.
It's nothing to do with me. You have to speak with the people who are on that form.
These are all the people who approved this at the bottom?
Yep.
Okay. This is very good right here. This is very good. I'm waiting for the police. I'm waiting for the police.
All right. I just wanted to let you know that you still have the ability to leave.
And I still have the ability to stay. You just congratulated me because I'm your first police call?
At this branch, yes.
Why is that a congratulations?
It's not. I just trying to be funny, trying to be friendly.
Trying to be funny, trying to be friendly. Calling the police on me.
It's not funny. And
Do you know what's happened to people within the past 2 years? For police being called on them for non-violence?
I offered you a chance.
Do you know what happened? You want to congratulate me for calling the police on me? I need to put a complaint on you.
That's fine.
Okay, you think that's funny?
That is your right.
You think that's funny? You were trying to be funny. That's what you said when you said it. Congratulations. You're my first police call. You're happy about that, huh?
No, I hoped it would never happen.
Well, why did you say it?
Because sometimes you just have to smile through the things that are sad.
So you're going to say something like that?
I'm not going to engage you anymore.
You're going to say something like that?
We're waiting for the police.
Wow. Wow.
She does not want to be filmed.
Why are you out here?
She doesn't want to be filmed, so...
She's speaking with me.
Hmm?
Speaking with me.
I'm out here recording. If she doesn't want to be recorded, then she has to protect her privacy and not come out here. I have every right to do this. This is crazy. I know you disagree on it. That's why I'm waiting on the police so they can let you know. That paperwork don't do nothing. I didn't do any. Have any charges been filed along with that fake trespass order that you guys gave me?
Trespass is real.
It's real within this department. Within the library. Yeah, it's real, but it's not law. I didn't do anything that risen to the level of a crime for you guys to trespass me here or at the Roxbury branch.
A crime is not the only reason to trespass.
What's the reason you get? But you can't do that. You can't trespass for your own reasons. Not in a public library.
That's how the city works. The city can decide what its policies are. Those policies don't have to result
Policies
in a charge.
does not trump constitutional
they don't have to be criminal
law.
charges, but they can still mean that you don't get to use the city's facilities. The city.
Really? Why? Forgive me. You need a ground reason for me not to be able to use.
You already read the reasons.
That's not law. It's not law. Y'all can say what y'all want, but it's not law. Where's the police? I'm waiting on them. They're taking too long because I want them to document this trespass that you gave me as well. I definitely need that documented within the Boston PD. You can't tell me I can't come in a public library and record because there are other people in here. They're out here in public with me as well. And you can't make policies that determine members of the public can't come in here to do things. That's a constitutional right. Doesn't matter what your guys' policy are. You're going against law, and it's wrong. So, I mean, you can sit here and act all studious and act as if you know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. This is a public building.
You're going to have to take it up with the city itself. I'm not the city. I'm just an
Now, I'm taking it up here because this is where I want to be, and this is where I want to record.
We don't have
As a matter of fact, I'm going to go take a tour around this building like I wanted to. The police are taking too long. I'll take this up with the city regarding you guys trespassing me. I got the paperwork. Nothing against you again, but I'm just telling you. You're being a tyrant right now.
I'd say that's a strong accusation.
You're being a tyrant as well. You're being a tyrant as well.
You can call me whatever you like. That's fine.
It's the truth.
That's fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm walking around this building just to take a tour real quick. Yeah, when I'm done with this tour, I'm leaving. Taking the tour, I'm gonna make sure I get no children in the frame. Maybe you can look out for me and let me know where children are so I don't get them in the frame, all right?
Sorry, everybody. This man is recording despite us asking him not to. The police are on the way, but if you don't want to be recorded, try to stay out of the frame of his phone.
Not trying to record you guys, just taking a tour of the building. Thank you. Which way is the Constitution? Where can I find the Constitution?
I'm sorry, we're beyond that at this point.
So you deny me service?
Well, the trespass, that's part of the trespass. The trespass means you don't get to use the library. So that includes the books.
Okay. You have another floor to this building?
This is it.
Okay. Is that a restricted area where that door is?
Staff area.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I took the tour of the building. I will also receive a trespass from, this is all libraries in the city, right? All libraries in the city have been trespassed. I'm gonna have to take this one up. You guys let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Is this right? Is this a violation of my constitutional rights? Or is this legal within the policies of the city libraries? Y'all let me know. This seems to be a serious one. Your name is Tyrant who?
I'm sorry?
Your name is Tyrant who?
That is not my name.
What is your name?
My name is Elise.
Tyrant Elise. And your name, sir?
No, come on.
One more time.
We
One more
talked
time.
about being antagonistic.
Just one more time. I'm just asking you your name. I need your name for
Riche Adefolago.
Riche Adefolago. Tyrant Riche Adefolago.
No, I don't see why you gotta be antagonistic.
You're a tyrant. You're telling me you just served me a trespass for no reason. I didn't commit a crime. I didn't commit a crime. I didn't commit a crime, buddy. You know it. I don't think the police are going to show, and it's for a reason. It's because I'm within my rights. But I have an issue. I have an issue with you guys. So you'll be hearing back from me. I will be returning. So I'm pretty sure you'll call the cops upon my return. I will be back. Okay, I will be back. I'm letting you know that. Boston Public Library, Lower Mills Branch, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all seen it. Y'all witnessed it. Tyranny, corruption in its finest form. It's the resistance. I'm just a black man with cameras.